Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, and today we're doing another episode of one card in 4 decks. And I'm so excited because we're starting with the cups. And this card in particular is probably one of my favorite cards to receive in a reading. I just get an emotional charge from it when it comes up in a reading, and that is the Ace of Cups. And I'm working with rose quartz, and this was given to me by a very special friend. Her name is Megan, and this is a heart-shaped rose quartz. And rose quartz is a heart chakra healer and an opener. It opens compassion, and it's absolutely perfect for the Ace of Cups today, because this is the beginning, right? Because we're talking about aces. This is the beginning of emotional balance, the beginning of all things emotional, because cups are very much an emotional suit. It opens up to love, it opens up to compassion, and all things that do deal with feelings and relationships and everything that goes with that. So if you're new to my channel, this series is all about taking the Rider-Waite Smith imagery and comparing it with 3 other decks and their imagery. And what we're doing is we are doing a comparison between the imagery to kind of get you out of graduating from or out of the imagery of the Rider-Waite Smith imagery, so that you can compare your own decks and interpret them a little easier. So if that makes sense and you're interested, stick around. That's what we're doing. So let's look at the Ace of Cups in the Rider-Waite imagery. So right away, you see this beautiful pool of water, and you see lotuses. Lotuses are a beautiful plant because they live on water. And not very many plants do that. Their roots go into the water, and that's beautiful. I've gotten to see a few in person, and it's just amazing. They kind of defy what a normal plant does. So I think that that's fascinating. First of all, that's awe-inspiring. And then you see a hand holding out a cup, and this beautiful golden cup. And then you see drops of water and streams of water. You see 5 streams of water coming out. Then you see this W on here, which to not get into all the esoteric symbolism here, we're just doing simple stuff here. To me, that stands for water. And then you see a dove diving into this cup and a communion wafer with an equal armed cross. So doves generally stand for peace, and bringing that communion wafer in would stand for a blessing. So initially you see this emotional outpouring and a blessing. So this being ace and cups being water, this is essentially a gift of a blessing of emotional outpouring, right? And we can think of so many things that this could signify. This could be the beginning of a relationship. This could be the beginning of a soul-searching mission. This could be the beginning of so many things that spark emotional, how do I say this? It pulls your heartstrings. We'll put that way. So that is the symbolism for the Ace of Cups, to put it simply. There's so much more to it, but I'm not going to get too complicated with this. So let's move to the Raven's Dream Tarot. I've used this a lot. It's just because such beautiful imagery on here. So let's see what we have here. A lot of imagery here. And I love the rose petal finish of this deck. So we have our lotuses. And we have the moon. And we know that moons rule the tides, which rules our emotions. So that's a beautiful imagery right there. We have clouds. We have a raven claw and a raven. And in that raven claw, we have roses. Roses are very much a symbol of love. And then we have an actual heart hanging from this claw here. I love this imagery because this is actually, when you see that what the raven is holding and bringing forth, this has a lot of similarities, but the imagery is totally different. It's bringing forth love, but not in the ways that are so obvious in the Rider-Waite Smith. But it's bringing forth all of this love. And you see a few streams of water coming down, but that heart is kind of front and center for me. Even though we see the lotus flowers, that heart draws my attention. And isn't that what the cups are all about, right? It's about love and pulling our heartstrings, literally pulling our heartstrings. This is an offering of a chance at feeling the love, right? Beautiful, beautiful portrayal. And then we have the Tarot of the Dragons. And look at this. Look what we have here. We have a nest and we have a dragon egg. And being birthed out of this dragon egg, we have a cup. And then we have a dragon kind of guarding this cup. And when you find something that ignites your heart, that is so precious that you want to hold it and guard it with your life. Don't you want to guard it with your life and protect it with all that you have? Absolutely. This card reminds me of when my grandchild was born and I held her for the first time. I never wanted to let her go. And this makes me feel like I was a dragon and I did not want to let her go. I wanted to protect her with everything in my body, and that's how I think this dragon feels. He wants to protect this precious golden chalice and never let it out of his sight. It's tough living so far away from her, and I'm about to have another one. So I totally get this. When you think you can't love your child any more than you already do, have a grandchild. It's like your heart grows bigger. And that's how I feel that this symbolism is just that growing sense of love. And that's kind of how I feel that the rose quartz does as well. It helps your heart grow with compassion and love. And that's definitely the symbolism we have in the Ace of Cups from the Tarot of the Dragons. Look, he's serious. He says, pry this out of my cold, dead fingers. Yes, that is yours, sir. We will not be trying to grab it. And then I have a new deck today that I've been waiting. And I know you guys, if you followed along, you're like, well, how come she hasn't used this deck? I know she has this deck. This is the Antique Anatomy Tarot. And this is a Marseille deck that I hardly ever get to pull out and use, but it is so beautiful. It's all about flowers and physiology. And I never get to use it. So, we're using it today. So, this is a very unusual deck. And so I'm taking the opportunity to use it today. So we have the One of Elixirs. So this is your love potion number 1. And there's an actual heart on the bottle. And all these beautiful flowers growing around it. So this is, if you were to take this potion, it would behave chemically just like these cards to you. You would feel and behave and go about your business as if you felt just like all these cards, maybe even more, because it would grow and everything. You would not be able to contain your love. All right. I love this deck because all of the cups are elixirs. Some are poison and some are potions. And this one is a lovely heart potion. So we have such beautiful flowers. So we can trust this potion this time. This is all about a feeling. It's all about a feeling. And isn't that what tarot is supposed to evoke, right? A feeling, an emotional charge. And that is exactly what the Ace of Cups does and accomplishes. It's supposed to accomplish. If it doesn't, then the symbology wouldn't be, I wouldn't say accurate, but I've seen some Ace of Cups in certain decks that I'm like, I got nothing. I don't feel that emotional charge. And I've gone through a few of my decks and I'm just like, that's not it. But here I feel they've nailed that feeling. So that was the Ace of Cups in the Rider-Waite Smith, the Raven's Dream Tarot, the Tarot of the Dragons, and the Antique Anatomy Tarot. So I'll be making sure to put all these down for you in the description so you can order these decks if they are something that you want to do. You can also go to my website to book a reading, to book a service, or to order my herbal products. I will put down my code word is veiled at checkout, all caps veiled, to get free shipping. Make sure you put that in at checkout. And I hope you have a wonderful day and live your best life and live for yourself. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.